The person who's telling teachers that they are not patriotic is spending 2.8 billion every day. So for him, he's patriotic.
And you're expecting somebody who is earning 400,000.
Can you imagine?
Welcome once again to Bwambale TV. You've always been asking me every now and then in the comments where is the Western Prince? You used to bring him and you no longer bring him. I'd like to set the record straight. It's not me who had refused to bring him. Probably he has been so busy with party activities, and I would love that he tells you where he has been. Welcome on the show,
Well,
Geofrey.
Yes, my brother.
It has been long.
Very long time. I've been around trying to do lots of things. Currently, I got a little very busy with youth activities in the whole region.
The secretary.
Yeah, I'm the secretary youth for Western region, and it's not easy, but we have been there. And of course, I'm also getting so much busy in the constituency, Bwambale County. We are trying to do whatever it is that we can, and it's not easy, but as and when we can, we've always got some time and come through.
Thank you so much for giving us the time.
All right.
Another time.
It's my pleasure.
Those who do not know Bwambale Geofrey, the Western Prince, is the Secretary for Youth Affairs and National Unity Platform Party for Western Uganda. He's a Member of Parliament aspirant for Bugandera constituency in the Bwambale district. He's very many things. So we are happy to have him. Brother Geofrey, when you've not been around, there are so many things that have happened, and I don't know where we shall start, because so much has happened.
Yeah, a lot. I've been following a few things here and there. We pay so much attention, and as and when we can, definitely giving a comment or two is very vital.
Yeah, we have seen over almost 100 Ugandans picked nomination forms to contest for the presidency for this country, and we also see that just a handful took back the nomination forms, and just a few were nominated. And we see the Honorable Muhammad Nsereko's Ecological Part of Uganda wasn't nominated for issues. He explains that he submitted the forms, but he wasn't nominated. I don't know. Maybe you can give some light on that also. We see Mr. Magezi David Williams also claims he submitted nomination forms and wasn't nominated.
Reno Mugenzi Peterson. The one whose documents were the document. There is also John Katumba also claims that he had submitted his nomination. Let me remember what John Katumba used to say.
Katumba Oye.
So
Katumba Oye also wasn't nominated. He claims he submitted his forms and everything that was required of him, but he wasn't also nominated. And we see only 8 people were nominated for that effect.
In our corridors, we used to have some say, and we even use it by the way currently. We said tumwenyamu na yenge nsonga ziri very serious. Because one, to set the record straight, there are 8 presidential candidates. But you see, the election we are going into for has 2 sides. It has the oppressed and the oppressors.
Who are the oppressors in this context?
Yes, Ugandans have been yearning for change for more than 20 years. And we cannot start bringing jokes in issues to do with people's lives. We are looking at 40 years of misrule, and Ugandans feel, yes, Mr. Museveni has served enough and he should rest. Now, all of a sudden, we are going into an election, and people who had never heard about are coming out to show that they will need to contest for presidency. First of all, to set the record straight, it's their right.
But first,
And
people have never heard about like who. We have Honorable Nanala Mafabi for FDC. He's a veteran politician. He has been here for some time. We have General Mugisha Mount retired, Alliance for National
Personally, I would not have loved to describe these people's names. But you see,
yeah, they are
on a daily basis, we have been having issues in the country. And if you have never come out to condemn whatever it is, like I had one of them saying, after getting for presidency in State House, the first thing will be freeing up political prisoners. But check all his work on social media and everywhere, or whatever public statements these people have made. You will never hear them talk of this. So, in my view, they come onto this kind of flow to either make sure that they either disorganize Ugandans, or they take us for granted in a view like they think we really do not think that louder. So in my view, it's not an issue of who, but it's an issue of an idea. In politics, there is something that we call consistency. Have you been consistent in advocating for better? Have you reached out to the whole of this country? Do we really understand you? Because one, if you want an elective position, those people who are going to elect you should be in a position to understand you, and they even erase any senses of doubt in whatever you stand for, and in whatever you really tell that you stand for. Because those are two different things. You may say you stand for something, but in actual sense you stand for something else.
Yeah.
Last time we had the ballot with 11 candidates, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this time round we have a ballot with 8 candidates.
And for the, I've seen, last time we had a youth, John Katumba. This time, all the candidates, there is no youth and there is no female.
Yeah.
Is that something that should worry you?
To me, it only calls us to attention. One, women in this country have always been lied to, that they have been given freedom, they have been picked out from the kitchen and everything. But if you look at the current political terrain, it is not favorable for women to participate. It is not. You will see abductions everywhere, you will see all these kind of injustices. Any woman who stands bold and comes out in these kinds of contestations is really bold enough, and they need maximum respect. But in our Ugandan context, I'm not surprised that there is no woman on that ballot. For me, I'm not surprised. It is what the texture is. The terrain is not favorable for them. One time I was attending some conference, and Mr. Byabakama, the EC chairperson, was the chief guest in there. And I rose to ask why he cannot rein in on the security forces who are always interfering with the political processes. This man was shamelessly responding that NUP, if at all it needs some of these issues to come to light, it should join IPOD. Literally, he was telling me that he's not in charge of the election process. Because if you are in charge, then you would tell me, because we had an opportunity, the RPC was in place, and all these kind of ranks, you know, they have many. Yeah. RPC, WASO, and all these kind of things. And all of them were present. I thought he had a very good platform to address them, to call them out. I mean, yes, we need them because we need security, whether we are in an election or not. But they should play their role with some kind of limit. Because seriously, if we are in an election area and you bring guns and yet you have just a ballot and a pen, then you're trying to really paint a very, very bad picture. For instance, today we are seeing lots of abductions, even policemen fighting near posters or banners of opposition candidates, more majorly my president. We have seen videos going viral in Mbale, then the other time in Atete. And we're like, no, wait a minute. You are supposed to keep law and order and probably to secure our borders. I mean, where do you come in to start this kind of high-handedness within the process of politics? As a matter of fact, they are supposed to be non-partisan.
You are a member of the National Unity Platform, and we saw on the 24th of October, we saw he was nominated, and the subsequent rally happened in Natete, and also
24th September.
Sorry, 24th September.
It shouldn't be 1925 to 1931.
No, it's 2025. And we also saw candidate Yoweri Kaguta Museveni was also nominated on the 23rd. So, and also a rally that happened at Kololo. When you look at everything that happened on the 23rd and also on the 24th, and in keeping in mind all the other rallies of all the other candidates, what do you look at as, what does the National Unity Platform has over all the other parties?
National Unity Platform has Ugandans who are oppressed, who are ready to do everything within their means to free up. I saw people standing in heavy rains for more than 2 to 3 hours that day. I was personally present. I saw people who have transported themselves. They do not expect transport refund. They do not expect any food. To the contrary, I saw lots of happenings from the other side, though maybe I'm not the right person to discuss that. But
in Kololo,
in Kololo, people ate food. I saw some videos going viral, people fighting for money, others even giving out money to a line of people.
I think it's a good thing when you have received this task to give them food.
Well, you see, this is a political rally. And
you've called the people, honestly, to be a good to give them something.
Yes. From your perspective, you're looking at it as probably Mr. Museveni was in his home and he called visitors, and so he had to cook for them. Maybe if that was the case, but for political rallies, in our case, we are looking at a time that one, people have to be willing to do away with the bad governance. And you see, a mayor sending them a message that, a mayor thinking that they will eat, they will be given transport refund, they will be given a free yellow t-shirt, then probably this is seduction. If we call it voter bribery, would not be wrong. So in my view, people are supposed to willingly endorse your message if at all they really need it.
So what message does the National Unity Platform has over the other candidates?
Yeah, the National Unity Platform is preaching a new Uganda, a Uganda that is free from corruption, a Uganda that is really looking at how we can employ our young people. You see, we are an enormous population that is non-productive in totality. We are looking at facts like Uganda employs 2 out of 10 graduates. This is so much worrying for a country that has an average age of around 17, if not 18, currently, according to the population statistics. So we are looking at how we can get our people employed. One of the major areas of focus is regional industrialization. We are looking at these regions having different resources. For instance, here in Bundibujo, we have cocoa. In Busoga, they have the sugar canes. In the northern, they have coffee and rice. Then in central region, they have coffee. And these other places we have oil, gold everywhere. So we are looking at, in every region, we we think of creating factories or industries in that region. One, to utilize the resources there, but two, to have the people, our people in those regions, get employed from home. Because, for instance, if you employ me in things to do with cocoa, be sure that I will perfect it.
Yeah.
Because one, either I've studied, but on top of studying, I am an inborn there. I've grown up seeing what we do, so I'm just enriching that kind of knowledge. I'm getting the job. I'm then getting productive, but again, I'm perfecting such that these our industries do not do not come at a disservice to the country, because in Uganda they say oteka sente wolaba. So we are trying to invest in something that will yield positively. So this is what we are trying to look at, and many more, the education sector, the sports, because we have a very big industry called sports, arts and sports, because very many young people are very, very talented. We are looking at how we can change this into money back to the pockets of our own people, and then generally growing the economy. So we are looking at so many things. And in Ginger, we are launching our manifesto officially, but these are some of the things, highlights in this very rich manifesto that we really need to go out there and we read about it, because it will be very, very available everywhere.
As a contestant yourself under the National Unity Platform ticket in Bugandera constituency, you'd love to go to Parliament.
Yes.
So what does the National Unity Platform has in store for the people of Bugandera, just in case you happen to go to Parliament?
Yes, Bugandera, with its very rich terrain, our major focus, first of all, will be the transportation, the infrastructure. We are trying to look at how we can work out our roads, such that if at all there is any products from here, they should easily reach the main markets. We are looking at having modernized markets in Bundibujo. So, we call them East African standard markets. We are looking at having a factory, a cocoa factory here, not just one, but depending on the output that we really have here, we should be able to accommodate it. It gives our people jobs here, but again, it makes sure that we have an improved price for our cocoa. Because just imagine we would not be having these middlemen around here.
Yeah.
Because by the time he comes to buy a kilogram at 30,000, that means he's having an increased price elsewhere, wherever he's taking that cocoa. At the international market, a kilogram of cocoa is between 90,000 to 111,000. So we are looking at this kind of prices for the people of Bundibujo. Just imagine if at all we can sell at a minimum of 70,000 per kilogram, we would be very, very rich. Our children would be going to school without any hesitation of maybe even worry about school fees or the things of the kind. So we have lots. We have plans to do with you see, there are certain things that are done at national level and they will affect the rest of the country. For the art industry, we have the copyright law. This is going to be implemented within the first 100 days when we assume office. So we have all these, and you really look at people who are very, very talented around here, but from their music, they really yield nothing or totally less than expected. So we are looking at all these ventures. We are looking at having academies in many of these districts, of course, where talent exists.
Yeah.
Having these academies, we nurture them, we grow them up, we connect with the national team, and then have to lobby markets from the outside countries, such that we also have a Cyrus, who is a very good football star, playing at Emirates. Yeah. It's very, very possible. We can do this for as long as we believe, for as long as we have the willingness. But more majorly, one of the things we look up to, we always phrase it, that the goodness of any manifesto is as good as the willingness of that politician to implement that manifesto.
Yeah.
Because we will have loads of people coming to tell us very, very good things. But we are looking at the willingness. Which willingness is politically called the political will. This political will has died within the NRM regime for over the years. Yes, they will tell us very, very good things. At one point, our president, Honorable Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, mentioned that it would be very sweet if the NRM government chose to implement the 10 points program. Many regime apologists and naysayers thought that Kyagulanyi mentioned that because he did not have a manifesto and so he wanted to implement the NRM's 10-point program. But he was only meaning that it is not that these people do not have the brains to bring and craft all these good ideas, but the political will is what is lacking in them. They are not so much willing to have Ugandans flourish. They do not really feel we are supposed to get out of the poverty line. I mean, they feel comfortable if they have people who are poor because they will be submissive always. And that's where we are, and that's what we really feel we are supposed to be headed to. One, tell us you are going to give us that road. Tell us you are going to give us that market. Tell us you are going to give us that factory or that airstrip, but with the political will. You should be willing to do that. Here, the people of Bwambale have had more than 8 promises from this regime over the 20 plus years. But where are we? Today they are saying they are coming to protect the gains. And you can imagine which gains here in Bwambale they are coming to protect.
We, as the opposition, we have the National Unity Platform, we have the Alliance for National Transformation, we have the FDC, we have the Common Man's Party, we have so many parties.
The other one is called DF, and on their press conference, this other young man called it ADF. And he was then corrected. He was like, no, it is DF, don't add A. I think he wanted to say like you say A or an. I really don't know what his confusion was, but he called it DF. Anyway.
So the opposition seems so scattered. Are you expressing any willingness to take over this country? Or it's every party is a selfish one. It's us. Does that concern you?
First of all, I started by saying it is the oppressors versus the oppressed. The unity we always champion is the unity of the oppressed Ugandans, not mere leaders. Because today you will see one person talking good and tomorrow they will be talking another story. We are not saying that we are not ready to work with whoever they are, but we are saying what is very vital is Ugandans combining and they face in the same one direction to overthrow this yellow regime.
Is that possible?
It is very, very possible if Ugandans decide to do it that way.
Because I see that the FDC has its members, the ANT has its members, NUP has its members, the DF has its members, the Common Man's Party has its members. So it looks like
on our nomination, the biggest symbol that was shining out was the Ugandan flag. It was deliberate. It was uniting Ugandans. We would have come with an umbrella because that is our symbol as NUP. But we came with the Ugandan flag, meaning we are going in this protest vote with the mind of freeing up Uganda. So whoever is a Ugandan and feels good or feels that Uganda deserves better, they should come out and cast their vote for the biggest opposition figure in the country. and there is no doubt that every Ugandan knows that person.
Who's that?
Can you imagine you do not know him? Can you be real?
No, I know very many opposition.
The biggest opposition figure in Uganda is His Excellency Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert. With
Honorable Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert.
With no doubt, His Excellency Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert. He's the president of NUP.
Okay, yeah. Because I was imagining we have only one president in the country.
Yeah, you see, the other one rigged his way to State House.
Yeah, like I said, you seek to represent the people of Uganda.
Yeah.
And you've talked about the things that the National Unity Platform has in store for the people of Uganda and the individual at large.
Yeah.
I want you to break these proposals down in a way that a person in Bunguha can relate to them. Because when you say factories, there are some things that are so complex, can only be understood by people who went to school. There are also pledges which people can easily relate to. I want you to break down these pledges to a common person.
One, what is more major and very, very deliberate and very easy for everyone to understand is the issue of infrastructure. One, there is my old aunt who has cocoa in the hills of Bungua or Kazaroho, and they will need that cocoa easily transported to the main, and they need a very, very good road. We will not be the first people to have a tarmac road on these mountains. I was in Busongola South in Kasese, and I was the head of the NUP team in that by-election. They have tarmac in the mountains up. And moving from all that far to all the other far down in town, so that you access these markets and the like, is a mega 5,000 or 3,000 at most. And we are looking at, can we easily transport our cocoa, our coffee, our matoke to the markets with ease? Is it possible that we can do that? And we are saying it is very, very possible if we have leaders who mind about us. We are looking at having electricity around or along these mountains. We have these areas that have never seen a bulb of electricity. But for your information, we have a hydro power dam in Sindila, just here within this very Bwambale county. And we only need voices to champion such that we also get part of this, our own resource. We share your needs.
Are you saying the current leaders haven't done enough?
I really appreciate them for what they have managed to do, but it's not enough. We really deserve better. In areas that have such a power dam, they will have a tarmac road, because with an excuse that these power dams will have to transport materials to their areas such that they are worked on. I mean, this is really convincing, because by the time they had to put that hydro dam there, they had the view, or probably within them they know that transportation will be very, very key. So you benchmark on that. We would expect a very, very good hospital, because this dam will be having workers,
Staff, yeah.
They will be having staff, and they are always treated on standard. So we would be having a very good standard hospital around that point. We'd be having a very good school around that point. Just from that, look at the one in Kasese Rwenzori, the other side of Mubuku. They have very, very good facilities over there, just like I've mentioned, simply because there was a grand plan of producing electricity from that point. We would be having then part of this electricity shining this Bwambale. We would not be having issues of this kind of blackout that we are almost calling normal in Ibundibujo here, because we would be utilizing this our resource, and then the surplus would be going outside, because after all, we do not use the electricity for free, we pay for it. So we have businesses that have collapsed because of poor electricity around. So we only need people who will
really champion the issues of the people. We have leaders who do not go out there to represent us. They only go and represent Chankwanzi or Rwakitura for that matter. So to the people of Bwambale, we need one of us. We need someone who will always come and consult us about what we really feel is desirable out there, such that we are really represented. But otherwise, people who have this kind of yellow-braided brains, by the time they come to us, we look at them as good people. But by the time they go to Kampala, they have changed totally. They of recent passed the coffee bill. No one came to ask us anything about coffee, and yet we sent them as our representatives. Back then, we had the Toji Kwatako, the 102B bill, the age limit. No one came to consult us.
They came.
They came, but what happened was an NRM meeting. Consultation means consulting all the people.
They called people. Are those who turned up?
I was there. At least I was old enough, and I saw what happened. If you came with a divergent idea, you were chased away or even stopped by on the way. And the person who even called them out and had to deliver what the people, the elders, had to tell him in the Honorable for Bwambale County has always been labeled a rebel MP, and yet this was the sound of the people that he was representing. So we have to really look at representative leadership. For us in the NUP, we call it servantship leadership. You are a servant of the people. You are not their boss. So at any cost, at every point, consulting your people who sent you is very, very vital.
I hope you're not speaking as a politician, just like the others.
No. I'm just being real. You see, I'm telling the people of Bwambale that they had.
The reality is different from the politics.
The reality is in Bwambale we have been changing names of politicians, but we have never changed the house. We have always got them in the yellow house. And today we are saying, let us try the red corner. We should get someone whom we have never tested. We should get from a house that we have never tested. Because we have always changed names, but they all behave the same.
Are you promising the people of Bwambale that they should trust you?
I'm promising them integrity. Yes.
So when you have been away for these past days, the NRM parliamentary caucus sat in Entebbe and resolved to second the creation of Bwambale district out of Bundibugyo, and also to create Tororo city, and splitting the Tororo district into 3 more districts. And you seek to represent the people of Bwambale, and the NRM has already pledged to make this constituency a district. You have to be excited about that.
First of all, I appreciate the people of Bwambale for the milestone. Wherever I've been going, I've been telling people that for any politician to do anything positive for you, you have to exert pressure on them. In 2021, we voted for the opposition presidency, and then they voted for an independent member of parliament. That was a communication enough. It was very, very bold. And there is no politician who would not feel that democratic pressure. I really believe, looking at the timing where they are giving out the district and whatever they are giving out, it should resonate to our thinking that there is what really works on dictatorial regimes. They only listen to pressure. And I call upon the people of Bwambale that where we had put our feet should exactly be there. Because as a matter of fact, we don't just need boundaries. We need services. My brother, we have been having Bundibugyo district. What are the services like? You see, I don't always want to get excited with political pronouncements. We can have the boundaries with empty services. just like we have been having in Bundibujo. Over the very many years we have Bundibujo. Look at our hospital. Look at our very funny roads.
No, do you know that that hospital hasn't had an X-ray for over 20 years?
Definitely. No scan, no X-ray, no anything. But this is a very old district. Of recent, they removed Ntoroko. Look at Ntoroko, how it is.
Doesn't even have a
the only thing they show up is the administration block. Nothing more. So we, the people of Wendera, we should be as smart as we can. Just like the people of Bundibujo, we should be as smart as we can. Yes, we should welcome these developments. I really appreciate. But we should stick to the fact that we do not need the boundaries. We need the services. As a matter of fact, even if you do not have to divide the people along boundaries, simply what they need most are the services.
Somebody who is in Chicho, if he can get the services, he would have gotten at the General Hospital.
I mean, there is no need. However, from the perspective of creating jobs, may be good. But again, let us expound on that a little deeper. How many jobs do the district come with? And how many jobs would the factory come with? Can you imagine how many jobs with an East African standard market come with? Vis-a-vis how many jobs does a district or a municipality come with? Whereas we appreciate that these have been the cry of our people of Wendera, we appreciate, but we really tell Mr. Museveni and his regime that you can do whatever it is, and it is at your will. I mean, it is at your pleasure. Like, whatever you do with the power that you have is up to you. Use it, but use it wisely, because the people are awake. I've started, by the way, hearing, let me even mention this, that it might just be a statement. You see, we have no. I'm just trying to open up ourselves. We have had these statements before. I've heard that it is another excitement statement. It's up to him.
I've been interacting with a number of Bugendera people, and they are very happy, and they would love to. They intend to vote for President Museveni.
I am very happy for the developments, but I call on the people of Wendera.
They want to thank him for
to be awake. You see, we have been here for over 40 years voting for the same man. If he has given us a district, then he's only thanking us.
So people shouldn't thank him for the district.
But you see, if you are a father at home and you buy food, I mean, you're playing your role.
Yeah.
I mean, you do not come and tell us, you see, you people, you should thank me, I'm your father. Don't you know I'm the father here? No, you're only fulfilling your responsibility. He has made these pledges more than 10 years ago, and if he has fulfilled them today, oh wow, he has fulfilled his pledge. Is it all we need? No. Is it the only pledge he has made to the people of Bundibujo? You see, for me, I don't look at Wendera as just a small area. I look at Bundibujo as a whole, and as a matter of fact, I look at Western region. Yesterday, Batwana was in Imbarara, and I passed all these areas, Ivanda and these other places. Man, Western region, we are bad off. We are bad off. There is nothing like Fetuli Muchintu. We are not in anything. In fact, probably Chintu Chechitulim. The thing is in us. But in actual sense, there is nothing. The roads are as poor as we see them here. Look at our road from Fort Portal to here. I just got amused. In that same road, they have, it is tarmac. Yeah. They have put some form of either soil or malam within the potholes. And I'm like, is this how broke we have got?
That road where at Dumba.
Yes, at that B2K at B2K shell. Yeah, you can just imagine.
That road is disappearing.
We put
if it's not worked on in a month or two, that road will no longer be there.
And those are the gains that are protecting. Can you imagine? The gains in Bundibujo being protected, that road is among them. In fact, it is the biggest gain that they are protecting.
It's one of them.
No, it's the biggest. What else?
We have power. Electricity is
This one that made you come late because it was on and off. Because I mean that's where we are. Because in my view, if you would be protecting something, then that thing is very very good, and you don't need any kind of tampering with it. But we are protecting a road that is tarmac, but in the potholes they are putting loam soil. I really can't imagine. So that's where we are as the people of Bundibuju. I mean, go to the hospital. Our people are sleeping on the floor. But you are there and they are telling you, you see, go buy this from the pharmacy such that we work on you. But even by the time you get there, these demotivated health workers also will work on you at either cost or at their pace.
Yeah, like you are speaking of about the jobs that the district creates, and you are comparing them with the factory. And I actually thought about it. A factory would pay more than
definitely. You see, these people.
I was watching a video a few days ago, and a teacher was shedding tears. The president said these teachers are selfish. They are not patriotic. That's why they've chosen not to go to class. And a teacher was shedding tears and was like, "Really? You're saying we are selfish?
To you teachers,
we are earning 400,000 per month, and
now listen.
How much do you eat?
Listen to this.
In a month.
Listen to this. The person who's telling teachers that they are not patriotic is spending 2.8 billion every day. So for him, he's patriotic.
And you're expecting somebody who is earning 400,000.
Can you imagine? So, our president yesterday wrote a statement, and it was specific.
You mean Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, I think.
Oh, I am a member of the National Unity Platform. I'm meaning His Excellency Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert. Okay. He wrote a very, very good statement to the teachers, and it was very, very specific. We can reach out and we'll read through. But in his statement, he was like, "We hear your cries. We see your sacrifices. It's unfortunate that we have a regime that do not look at that. It only cannot think even about our wages. It cannot think about how this education can be better such that our country is not at stake." So it's up to us. In his final statement, he was like, the whole hope is in us as Ugandans. Because we have cried, you have written petitions, you have protested. I mean, as we talk, the children are still at home. We are getting close to a month. Who is really receiving the hardest of this kind of demonstration? We Ugandans. Because at the end of the day, tell me one MP whose child is studying in a UPE and a UCE school. Just one.
Some of them are not even in Uganda.
So, if you are a good president and you really mean business, you want to have this education system flourish, what is wrong with you to pass a decree that every MP should have their child study in their constituency? Do you know what that could be doing in this country? You say every MP should be treated from the hospital of their constituency. Do you know what that could be in this country?
Would President Kyagulanyi do that?
I really pray that if at all he does not have that idea, then he should have it. Because it would change everything. You see, the good thing is NUP, we are all brains. It's not that there is one man who only understands, like for the other people. For them, they only have one person. If he has not waken up, then they are all asleep.
He has a neck. He has sick.
Yes, he has more than 100 advisors, and he advises them.
I have to believe that those people advise.
He has more than 100 advisors, and he advises them instead. So that's where we are. Yeah. We really should look at these policies that should push our leaders to start behaving, to start being human. Here we have MPs. I hear by rumor, some of them have hospitals outside this area.
Yeah.
I mean, we are the one who voted for you. You had to go get that money, but you are planning to have a hospital and you're putting it somewhere else where they do not vote for you. Then have you counted as knowledge? As in, mutubare moko magezi.
So they are not counting knowledge in us.
Seriously. I mean, it is simple logic.
Yeah.
One of them has a school around. In my view, I had thought that school would now be very, very nice, such that it really looks, yes, this is an exemplary school. I don't want to mention whoever that person is, but I mean, our leaders should be reasonable. They should start getting responsible. They should start knowing that we, the electorates, understand, and that we are not so much ignorant like we were, like it was a time of 1980 back then. Today, you will tell us some statement, but we will come out also and find out. We will make research. It's not a matter of coming to lie to us. Yes, you will come, you tell us, because after all, you have made people get used that when you come, you give them 1,000 or 2,000. They will keep quiet because you want to give them the 2,000. But after you going, they will start discussing amongst themselves, and they're like, but man, and indeed, because our people are no longer asleep, and that's where we are.
Thank you so much, Honorable Geofrey. Any last words?
My last word to the young people of Bwambale, it's our time. We have trusted our elders, our parents. They have got us to school. We have studied. It's the time we pay back. We are going to pay back by showing them that we have learned, by showing them that we can implement whatever it is that we have learned. It is our time to do civic education. It is our time to mobilize ourselves. It's our time to educate each other and really find out what it is that is right for our community. This community can only be built by us ourselves. There is no either Chagulanyi or whoever they are who will come and build our community as Bwambale. As Bwendera, for us, we are already out. We are there to champion the voice and aspirations of the young people of this area, and then we serve our elders. You see, in Rubisi they say ekakula yonke ebyobwana. So we are like, our elders should rest. They should not break themselves. We are here. They have got us where we are, and we are energetic enough. We can serve as they guide.
Thank you so much, Honorable Geofrey, for accepting.
Yes, my brother.
After a very long time.
Yeah, true. It has been long.
I hope you can be having more time. We can.
Definitely, we will be having more time. We will be nominating on between 22nd to 24th. So we are coming for serious groundwork, and we will be there. We are getting there in all the sub-counties around here. Tuja.
Thank you so much, viewers of Bwambale TV, for being such an amazing audience, and thank you for giving us your time. Don't forget to subscribe so that you can give us an opportunity to reach even more people.
Yeah, very, very vital. Subscribe to Bwambale TV. We'll get all the updates.
Thank you, and thank you so much.